Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna be making exactly what's on the front of my cookbook, Birria tacos today, okay? So make sure y'all get the cookbook. It is on Amazon and it is linked below digitally. Okay y'all, so let's get to it.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a demo. You don't really know you are.
So let me just come around and show y'all what we got today. Okay y'all, so we have one onion just cut in half. We got some seasonings right here. We got seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and a little bit of this charred chili lime. I don't normally use this, but I just decided to add a little bit of this today. And also some of this steak blend. We got that 2 times right here. One is gonna be for the meats and one is gonna be just like for the broth, okay? Then we have our peppers right here. I will just link and show y'all what kind of peppers I have. I'm just put the title of them on this video. This is just our peppers. Make sure y'all clean them. Try to get as much seeds out as possible. It's easier to get the seeds out once they wash because they're a little soft, so you can kind of open them up a little bit better. But yeah, anyway, we got some cilantro, some lime. We got one purple onion. I think this is a half, but just use a purple onion and some garlic. We got about 2 cups of broth, but we're gonna use about 4 cups. And we got some corn tortilla, and we got some cheese. I'm gonna show y'all what kind of cheese. I didn't get the right cheese today, but I will show y'all what kind of cheese you're supposed to have. This is pretty much everything we're gonna use, y'all. And we have our meat, a roast. So that's what we got. Let's get to it, y'all. I almost forgot to tell y'all to make sure y'all have y'all blender ready, because we is gonna be blending the peppers, and some oregano and some chicken broth. Okay, that's gonna be for blending. I almost forgot to tell y'all that. And y'all already know we got olive oil, so let's get right to it. Throw some of this olive oil on top. And y'all, I paid $17 for this this roast. Roast is getting a little expensive. Gonna smear it everywhere and just rub it in. Then we're just gonna throw our seasonings on top. Like I said, seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, that charred lime, and some of that steak seasoning. Did I say black pepper? Yeah. And y'all can certainly just use salt and pepper just for this part, because we just gonna sear it and it is gonna kind of burn off a little bit, so I wouldn't worry too much. Press some seasonings in, flip it over, do the same thing. Now we're gonna take it and we're gonna go sear it. Y'all, this is one of my new beautiful Teflon pots. I used it before, but we finna use it today. Look how sparkly it is. Okay, let's just get started. So the first thing you want to do with stainless steel, especially when you're searing, is the water test. I'm finna show y'all. Y'all get a 2-for-1 today, a little learning session about stainless steel. So you want to start getting this a little hot. It's already on, so we're gonna do a little test. It's moving around a little bit. You want to make sure the water beads up and bounces around, and it's going to sizzle a little bit on the sides, but you want the bottom where you're going to sear it at to be bouncing around. So let's try again. That's good to me. That's good. Good enough. Now we're going to turn the pot down. Throw out these water bubbles real quick. Now we're gonna turn it down, and I like to turn mine down for like a minute or 2 before I add the meat in. Now we're gonna get our oil in here. Now we're just gonna flip and do the same thing on the other side. All that flavor down there. Our beef broth, about 4 cups. I don't know if y'all heard me. That's about 2 cups of beef broth. I'm about to add 2 more. If you don't have beef broth, you can just use water. Okay, and I'm gonna add water to this as well. If you don't know how much, you can use about 4 quarts of liquid, I should say. I want this pot to be filled up like about halfway. So just remember, if you're only using water, you're gonna have to season it a little bit more. If you're using both, then use the seasons that I'm using. If you're just using beef broth, don't use that much seasoning.
If you find like my wife, it'll cook for itself.
We're gonna add that 1 whole onion. We're gonna add some of these purple onions, not all of it. You wanna use it for garnish. Okay, y'all, we're going to add our bulb of garlic. And we're gonna add our peppers in here. They're already clean and ready, so we're just gonna drop these in. I usually put this in a cheesecloth or a spice bag, but I don't actually have one today, so I'm just gonna have to fish these out, which I hate doing, but I'm gonna have to. So normally I would add a cinnamon stick, but I don't have any, so we're just gonna go ahead with the seasonings instead. Same seasonings we season the meat with, y'all. Seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, charred lime, and steak seasoning. Well, we're gonna bring this to a boil and then down to a simmer, and we're gonna let the peppers only cook for 30 minutes, so we'll be back in 30 minutes. But y'all, this meat is gonna be cooking for about 3 hours once we get everything good and going. About 2.5, 3 hours. So, yeah. So it's been 30 minutes, y'all. We're gonna get our blender cup and we're gonna take out the peppers. So they should pretty much float to the top. We're gonna scoop out about a cup of this juice. Close enough. Pour it in my blender cup. I forgot we do want some of this garlic, so I'm gonna just take it and do this with it. Put this in the cup. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna take our blender cup. We have some oregano and some chicken bouillon. I'm just gonna add a little of this. And a little of that. We do have our strainer because we're gonna strain this inside the meat. Make sure it's on tight because last time it exploded on me. Blending! It's usually smoky when I lift the top. Caution, don't sniff. You will choke. Let's take this to the pot. And what you want to do is, all of this, you want to throw that out. Y'all, I completely forgot to add cumin in my freaking, when I blended it, so we just gonna add a little. And I'm gonna add maybe like a teaspoon of vinegar. We pretty much done touching it until the meat is done. We're gonna put the lid on this, bring it back to a boil, then down to a simmer, and let it cook for about 2 hours. Or until your meat is tender, whichever is best for you. Let's check this meat. So you can add the meat back in here. I'm gonna leave some out for my son because he don't like his stuff that spicy. This is a little spicy. Okay, y'all, the water test. I'm gonna add a little oil. And you wanna dip your tortilla in the sauce. And lots of cheese. Also put the cheese at the bottom. Alright, y'all, we're gonna add some onions, and I like to put some in my broth right here. cilantro. Oh, I gotta eat it. Ah, smoking out. All right, y'all, this is how they came out, just as they always do, y'all. Don't forget, the grocery list is in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Let me know what else y'all want to cook, what y'all want to see, what y'all want to learn.
Hit that subscribe button.